Hey. There is a wrong way to network. Let's get into it so we can make sure you're not making these mistakes, and you're actually being very strategic in your process and is being fruitful for you and the person you are networking with. All right. Hey, girl. Hey, welcome to my channel. Welcome to being in community with me. I am Natalie Janine, career expert, helping you increase your salary by $30,000 or more. That's what I do, baby. I have helped hundreds of women do this, and I know it's possible for you. And I don't say that just to say it. I do truly believe it's possible for you. All right. And I want to talk about something that professionals mess up sometimes without even realizing it, and that's networking. But not just networking the wrong way. You may be networking. So, girl, you got that pen and paper? You ready to take some notes? You ready to level up and make more money in your career? I have to tell you, seeing myself in this mirror and this hair being two-tone is doing something to me. I dyed my hair myself. I let the TikTok girlies inspire me, and I got two-tone. I don't understand that, but whatever. Because when the color is out, it look good. It look good now. But let's get back into this. If you're ever wondering why your connections go nowhere or why people don't respond, this is for you. And before we dive too much into these six details or six ways people are networking, that's not even a word, incorrectly networking, I want to make sure you are following me. Have you hit that subscribe button? Have you left a review, a comment? Girl, I got to know what's resonating with you. I got to know how I can help you on your journey. And the only way for me to know that is for you to interact with me and tell me what's up so I can post content that's very helpful. I think you just saw my phone. I do have notes on here because I want to make sure you get as much information as possible so that you can start having very fruitful connections. Let me tell you why this work is important. Networking, that is. It's because you have met so many Chads who received their job based on who they knew. And sometimes that's their daddy making a call for them. Sometimes that's their buddy hiring them. And we think that that's just how they get jobs. But I'm here to tell you that I have helped hundreds, and mostly, well, all women, and mostly Black women, use networking as a tool to get the position they desire. I knew this was possible for us when I was around 20 years old. I think so. I was in my early 20s. I had a position and I was looking for something new. And I was sharing with my supervisor, like, how I'm looking for new opportunities. I sure did tell him that. And because of that and how great of an employee I was, he helped me get my next job. And then there's been other experiences where I would tell a supervisor I was looking for something new, they made a phone call for me. Then I had an opportunity where this woman was starting her own small business, you can say. It wasn't really a small business, but let's just use that terminology because everyone will understand what I'm saying. I pitched myself for her to hire me. And then my network reached out to her. She shared with me over 20 people who knew me reached out to her. But see, you might be like, oh, I don't have that network. I don't have people I can reach out to. So I'm going to tell you another example because there have been times where I wanted a role and I didn't necessarily know anybody that worked for this company. I always asked for an informational interview. So that's ways that I've gotten jobs. I've gone to networking events and they have definitely helped me get positions I desired and make more money. So networking is money. You think about it as your currency. I mean, people always say networking is your worth. And that is so true. Like you can make so much more money when you know people that know people, or you're connecting with somebody because you see an opportunity that you can benefit from. Now, I need to be very, very, very clear on this, which is why we're going to get into number one, the wrong way to network, being transactional. This is the biggest mistake that people are making. You know the type. They slide into your inbox like, hey, can you look at my resume? Can you refer me? Can you introduce me to your VP? No warm up, no conversation, no relationship, just asking for something. Like, girl, who are you? And You may have done that and you may have met people like that. It never feels good. When people come to me about things that I have and they want, like I remember a woman came to me, she never really interacted with me, and then she asked me about my sorority and how to get into it. What? Like, girl, hi, can you say hi? How are you? Like, it doesn't feel good when you feel like you're being used. And networking is that a lot of time. A lot of times. Like, people are all about themselves and what they can get. And let me tell you, as someone who's very generous with their connections, like I've gotten my clients positions based on my own connections because I just believe it's really nice to share what you have, and why not give it freely? But if I feel like I'm being used, I'm not going to help anybody. Like, I'm not. Like, who wants that? Like, I used to be like, oh, it's okay, just help them. No. So you don't like the way it feels either. Think about people who come to you and they don't even ask you for something and they're not trying to give you anything in return. I'm not saying it has to be a tit for tat, but it definitely should be a give and take relationship. And the relationship needs to be beneficial for all parties involved. Please don't be transactional. I can't stand it. I see it so much. Build relationships. Build relationships, please. When you network like that, people can feel it. It's draining. It's also self-serving. And honestly, it screams that I don't care about you. I'm all about myself. And I know that's not really who you are. I think part of it is like you're desperate for a job, you really need an opportunity. And so you're just like, hey, like I know this person works here and there, but we want to be more intentional with our actions, okay? You should feel like you're building something. And it should be a long-term game. It shouldn't always be, oh, I need a job right now, because that gets tiring too, right? The second one, this is where the girlies just mess up. Like, I think most people don't have this type of grit in them. And I don't understand why not. And I'd be like, do people want these opportunities that badly? Are they going to really let fear and doubt stop them from getting what they desire? So we're going to get into the wrong way number 2. You ready, girl? No follow up. I don't understand how we don't follow up. I don't understand how we think we sent one email to somebody and they didn't respond, so it doesn't work. I hear that way too often. How about trying 3 or 4 emails, maybe 5 or 6, and then saying it doesn't work when you've done that religiously? The lack of following up is the reason why we don't hear back. If they gave you their email address, you should absolutely use it. They're looking for you to use it. And you have to remember, people are busy just like you. How many unread text messages do you have? How many people emailed you and you didn't respond and you forgot? Or how many times have you read a message and you're like, oh my God, so-and-so messaged me again. Oops, I forgot. I feel bad. Like, let's give them that same amount of grace. They are also busy people with busy lives, and sometimes they need a follow-up. And I don't mind following up. When I want something, I know it's mine, I'm going to give 110%, and I'm going to find a way to make it mine. So when I was networking for positions and I really wanted them and I wanted a meeting with the hiring manager or somebody else, there were times I did email more than once. Okay. Baby, I want it. For some reason, you're not responding, but you need to know me. So I'll email a few times. I follow up on people. If I set a meeting up with somebody, I'm going to send a confirmation email. Absolutely. I want them to know that I mean business. I am serious about my career. And after I meet up with somebody, I send a thank you note. I want people to understand that I am building a relationship with them. So I'm going to thank them for their time. I'm going to be flexible as we schedule this meeting where we decide to meet. I'm going to make sure it's a win-win for both of us. I'm going to make sure I do my research and know who I'm talking to and what they do for a living and some of their hobbies. The idea that people show up to interviews and not even know the company they're interviewing with, I know that's happening when people network. Baby, no. Following up is the difference between a moment and a relationship. If you only talk to someone when you need something, you're not networking. And if you only follow up when you need something, you're not networking. And when you are following up with them, it's so important that you take notes. When I was looking for 8 to 5 jobs. I don't work at 8 to 5 anymore, haven't in a few years. But when I was in that field of looking for employment, I took notes on the things I learned about these people, what they were working on, when they had deadlines. And I would check and be like, how did that project go? Were there any new things that you learned? I built relationships and showed I care about people because I really do care. And I'm very curious about people in their lives. I am a very curious person. I might not ask all the questions, but your girl is very, very interested in your business. Okay. Really, I am. So that's so important that you follow up and that you take notes and you check on them. Girl, when they feel heard, seen, and valued by you, they're going to help you get to the next level. I can't tell you how many people have helped me because I'm so kind and caring. Baby, I literally went from a chronic assistant to a program manager from networking. Okay. I went from making like, I think I started, I can't remember, but I increased my salary by over $30,000 doing this. Okay. Networking is money, period. The wrong way, number 3, doing this when you're desperate. If you're only networking when you're desperate, people can smell it. Don't wait till you're jobless, burnt out, or panicking to start networking. That energy that you bring to the table, no one wants to deal with that. No one wants to deal with that. Like, think about when you know someone who is burnt out or stressed out and they always come to you with their problems. You're like, oh my God, I'm not even answering their call right now. Like, oh, so-and-so called me, girl, I'll call her back. Like, all she do is talk about drama. All she do is talk about the pain she's going through. Oh my gosh, she won't even change her life. I don't feel like dealing with that energy. Or you go to a networking event and all you hear is somebody complaining you just met them. And I'm jobless and this market is so rough and I applied to thousands of jobs and I haven't heard back. You don't want to hear that. You don't. And while it is some people's reality, meeting somebody the first time, that's what you hear, or you get that energy that they're like stuck and they're panicking. No one likes that. No one likes that. So you want to make sure you go when you don't need anything. You plant seeds early on and you plant them on a firm foundation so you can have a bountiful harvest. I'm so thankful that I had someone in my life when I was very young to tell me to volunteer. And as I was volunteering and finding my passion for youth policies, politics, youth mentorship, I met so many people and so many people with resources. Like, I did nonprofit fundraising for a long time. And I've raised over $1 million in 4 events for one nonprofit. That's not counting money I raised outside of that time and before that time. Why? Because I had a story to tell. I had connections. And I thought that all young people should be thriving. But because of that work, I met some of the really awesome, kind, amazing people. And I was scratching their back. They were scratching my back. Some of them did not scratch my back. And I'll never forget their names. And they can't come to me and ask me for anything. Tell you, people remember how you treat them. They might not remember what you said, but they remember how you treat them. And there are some people, I will not forget how they treated me. And guess what? I'm like, it's okay because you live and you learn. But I don't want you to be that person that no one wants to help because you're desperate, you're transactional, or you're just negative Nancy. Like, save the negativity for your therapist, okay? Or your close friends. So don't do it when you are desperate, okay? Number 4. You ready, girl? Have you been taking notes? Did you hit that subscribe button? Are we connected? Are you part of that girl community? That's my community with all my girls, okay? Be a part of us because we level up over here. Like, I'm saying, we make money over here. Not only are we making money, because that's not the most important thing, but it is because I love me some money, okay? We travel. We go to Michelin star restaurants. We go frolic around. We live our lives. Like, we spend time at coffee shops working. We're in the middle of the day, we go for a walk. Like, the girls in my community are living their best lives. And that's why I love my coaching program, because it's not about, oh, get more money, more money, more money. It's how do we have work-life balance? So stay connected. And if you know that you need like a coaching program to really help you elevate and go to the next level in your career, let me know in the comments and I got you. We can connect, okay? So let's get into wrong number 4. Not being clear about who you are. Ciao. When you are networking and people ask you what you're looking for, you need to be very specific in that ask. Being vague or like, I just need a job, no one's going to help you. And then you're going to be crying, no one helps me. Networking doesn't work. Girl, you just told me you're looking for a job and it's in anything or whatever because you just need a job. I don't know what you want. And I'm going to tell you, the people that tell me, and I'm a plug for real, oh, I'm just looking for a job. I'm like, what are you looking for? Oh, I don't know. I have no help for them. But the people are like, oh, I'm looking for a job. I'm trying to get in, finance, and I want to be the next CFO. Do you know anybody that's hiring CFO? Do you know anybody in the finance community? I'm gonna start going through my Rolodex. I know that's aging. I guess me, but I don't even know how it's aging me because I ain't never seen a Rolodex in my, yes, I have seen a Rolodex in my real life, but I ain't never used one. But I'm gonna go through my contacts and be like, who do I know that works in finance? How can I connect you to them? Because I have clarity on what this person wants. This one I don't. So you want clarity. You want to understand what it is you desire and share that. So if someone asks, what do you want to do? You tell them. And let me tell you one of my little secrets. When I'm networking, when I have a job, I don't even tell them I have one. I'm looking. What do you do for work? Oh, I'm looking for a new job. I'm looking for a job. Oh, what are you looking for? Why? Because sometimes when I'm at these events, I'm looking for a new job. So why are we focused on what I'm doing right now? What I'm doing right now is not where I want to be. So let me tell you what I'm looking for. And maybe your people know some people that's going to help me. Okay. I'm being serious about that. So if you know you're looking and you're attending these networking events, just tell them I'm looking for a job. They're gonna ask you what. I've never had somebody not ask me what. And then you tell them specifically what you're looking for. And then they'll give you some feedback. And if they know somebody, they will help you. Okay, be clear in your ask. Know what it is you desire. So if you don't know that right now, you probably should pause this. Go get your notebook, which you should already have, right? Because we're taking notes, and write down, what do you want to do? Even if you don't know, because you are in a very hostile, unhealthy work environment, because I've been there and I know what that feels like, still sit down and say, what would I like to do? What did I enjoy in my last job or previous positions? What would light me up? What would give me purpose? What type of people do I enjoy working with? Create your list and then maybe go to Google and say, these are the things I like. What would be the best positions for this? And then start reading about those positions. So then when you go networking, you can tell people what it is you like. But you have to know that. No one can help you if you don't know where you're trying to go. This is like, I can't say this phrase anymore because it's ableism. This is like, I don't even know what to say. Like two clueless people trying to lead each other, okay? We can't do it. We can't help. All right. This one, I kind of got into it. It grinds my gears. It irritates me. Oh my gosh. So wrong way, number 5. Hoarding information / the lack of generosity. I can't stand selfish people. I can't. I don't understand how people come into spaces, they want something, they're not willing to give anything. And so many people are like this. So many people are like this. I have ran into so many people like this. When I go to networking events and I'm generously sharing all that I know. And when I ask you a question, oh, I just did it. Oh, girl, I got that job, I applied for it. Oh, or I just, I studied for this, or, like just so unwilling to share information. That is so stank. Like, why would you be that way? And the reason for that is because you have a scarcity mindset. You're all about yourself. And I met some girls like that. I could name some right now. Baby, when I tell you people don't forget, I ain't playing with you. People don't forget. But you don't want to be her. I took a long time to learn this. The more you give, the more you receive. And if you are kind and you are willing to share information freely with others, they might not be the person that blesses you, but someone else will. And I have been in positions, I have received things that I know the goodness of my character brought me. Okay? So please don't be stingy with your shit. Oh, sorry. Networking is a two-way street. It really is. So even if you're early on in your career, you've been in your career for a long time, you're thinking about exiting your career soon, you always have something to give. Whether that's an article or resource, a connection, a fresh perspective, a willingness to help them on a project, you always have something to give. When I am networking and I ask for the meeting because I had questions for this person, my very last question to everybody I network with is usually, you have been very helpful to me. I would love to know how I can help you. I would love to know how I can help you. That makes me feel good in my soul. And it also lets the person know, hey, I'm not here just to take what you have. Like, I'm trying to build a relationship with you. I also want to know how I can help you. Let me tell you an example of how I did this. So, when I was starting my business, I was reaching out to professional women for a 25-minute interview. And I asked them a series of questions to ensure my program had what women needed to help them get to the next level in their career. And I met with probably 50-ish women, and all 50 of them, when I ended that call, well, before I ended the call, this has been so helpful. I really appreciate you taking your time out to meet with me and share your wealth of knowledge. I have to know, how can I be a service to you? How can I help you? I left every call knowing that I built something. I need you to feel and be the same way. No scarcity mindset, no stinginess, no cutthroatness. Create a loving and thriving community. And even though I had people do me wrong at networking events and in my career, I still feel like I came out on top. Every position that I wanted back home, I was getting. I remember 2020 reading The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks, one of my favorite books. And I was like, I have outgrown home. It's time for me to go somewhere else. Like, my career wasn't being challenging at all because I was networking for so long. I was building relationships. I would see a job I wanted. And then after a while, I was just like, I'm getting this job, I'm getting that job. I mean, what's next for me? Like, what am I going to do? And so I'm so glad that I finally did that. All right. Okay. So, wrong way number 6, treating network like a performance. And this is more than just networking. And I feel a little conflicted with this wrong way. And the reason for that is because so many of us have been taught to bring our representative to our professional lives. And we have lost who we are trying to perform for others. And I quasi very teeny bit think it's for survival. I'm just saying, very teeny bit. And the more and more we bring our representative and we're not our authentic selves, the more we lose ourselves and the more we're unhappy with our lives. And so I don't want you to treat this as a performance. I want you to bring your full self to the table. I realize my personality is a gift. It really is. People love being around me. First of all, I'm very bubbly. I am very friendly. When I come into work, it's good morning, how are you? Good morning, how was your evening? Good morning, how's your son? I'll say their names. Like, I usually know people's family names. Oh my God, your son had a soccer tournament. How was it? Did your son win his football game? How was your girls' gymnastics? Like, I engage with people. People feel important around me because I remember what they teach me and share with me. I don't perform. Like, if I don't like something, I will say it. Like, I was in an interview with my last company. Well, no, my company before that, sorry. And they asked me my 3 to 5 year plan. I don't know. And I didn't even say that. I said, I knew you were going to ask me this question. I tried to prepare an answer. And really the answer is I hate that question. I don't know where I'm going to be in 3 to 5 years. Here's the plan that I have today. That may change. I didn't think I was going to be where I am at right now, 3 to 5 years from the last 3 to 5 years. Okay. And I got the job because they saw me. Your personality, the inner of who you are will bring people to you, especially if you're healthy and healing. Okay. Make sure you're doing that healing. Okay. Don't be shucking your muck on other people. I was gonna say a different saying, but I can't remember it. And let me tell y'all, if you hear me mess up a saying, just know that's part of my culture, as in Natalie Janine Gates culture. I mess up all the sayings, okay? I don't even care. At this point, I'm like, I don't even care. If I said it wrong, oh well. That's on brand for me, okay? That's part of my branding. So don't act like somebody you're not. Networking is not a talent show. We're not at the movies. You don't have to prove that you're valuable. Girl, you're valuable. You're worthy because you are who you are. You're worthy because you were born, period. And then the extraness, the tax, I know my worth and I add tax. The tax is the work that you've done. The tax is that resume, okay? The tax is the people that can vouch for you. But you don't have to prove that you're valuable. You are. What you need to prove is that you're confident. And how you prove that is showing up and saying things with your chest. Okay? Be human, be curious, and intentional. Authenticity builds trust in relationships. Performance builds pressure, and no one wants to hang out with you. Because when people feel like you're fake or they can't really get a read on you, it's really hard for them to be in a relationship with you. And that's why I think some people don't get into management, because they're like, I don't really know them. Can I trust them to do this or that? Like, I don't know, but I'll hire them as an assistant. I'll hire them as a receptionist. But the higher we go up, the more trust is involved. Okay? I'm just saying, girly. So those are the top ways people are getting networking wrong. Which one resonated with you? And let me tell you this, I do not want anyone to watch this video and then to judge themselves. It is good for us to have as much data as possible so that we can improve. That is personal and professional development. Get the information, apply it, do better. Okay? Please, for the life of me, if you don't get anything from this video or from this conversation, please, 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 please write this down. Say it every day, all day. Dream about it. Whatever you do, don't forget it. Networking is not a transaction. It is relationship building. It's not about asking. It's about connecting. It's not about perfection. It's about presence and being purposeful. Please, I am the networking queen. I have relationships from decades ago professionally. And there's not one person I can't call to get a job if I need one. And I believe that. Like, I was literally talking to my mommy earlier, and I saw a job posted online in Oregon. I don't even live in Oregon. And I was like, oh, if I lived home, I would go work for them. I would just call them right now. And I truly mean that. Like, because I am known by my reputation. I am known from all the work that I did, from all the networking events I went to. Like, I'm known. Baby, this name, you hear it, you see it, you're like, oh my God, I know her. You want the same thing. And when you network so powerfully, you won't ever find yourself applying to 150 jobs again. When I started to understand the power of networking and how to use my network strategically, I have never applied to 150 plus jobs. I have never applied. When I was looking for jobs, I was unemployed in 2020. When I was looking for jobs, I applied, I don't know, maybe, I don't want to throw a number out there, but just like less than 20. Probably, I want to say like 5. I don't remember 5 interview with 5 companies. So I'm telling you, I've used network to my advantage. I've been a good connector for other people. I've been very helpful to other people when they needed me. And I just love it. And I swear by it, because I've gotten jobs that I didn't apply for through networking. I applied for jobs and got it because someone knew my name. I've had people say, hey, you should check out this application. I know her. She applied for the role. Did this about her. Like, when I tell you, I absolutely know people get jobs from networking. Well, let me just say, even not depend on my own knowledge. 85% of people get a job through networking. Sorry, 85% of positions are filled through networking. Let me say that one more time so we both are very clear on what I'm saying. 85% of jobs are filled through networking. So the idea that we're sitting out here putting application in after application in, hoping we land something, and with the data is telling us differently, is diabolical. Please stop wasting your time. Please, okay? So if this was helpful and you're still here with me, have you hit that like, follow, subscribe button? Did you drop a comment about networking? What are you going to change? What are you going to adopt? Like, are you engaging with me? We just talked about I'm transactional. So girl, what you going to do? Okay. All right. It was so great talking to you. I'm Natalie Janine. Welcome to this conversation with me. And I continue to hope that you be fruitful, that networking works for you, and you meet some of the most amazing people. All right. Talk to you later.